Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something similar to the Will I Buy It series that a lot of people do, and I really enjoy watching those, but this is going to be a variation on this because it is a Did I Buy It? So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. The last couple years, Tarte has done a promotion, I think it's twice a year, like in the spring and then in the fall, where they have a makeup bag that you can fill basically for $63. And it's 7 items, including the makeup bag. Every time that they do this, I always, get the email, go to the website, fill a bag, and then talk myself out of it because I don't really need it. And a lot of times they have not offered a lot of variation. Like it'll have, 2 items that you get to choose from or 3 items that you get to choose from. And there haven't been enough things that I really wanted to make it worth it for me. And I wasn't like intending to buy it. I figured that I would just, see what they had to offer and kind of make my own bag like I always do, and then end up probably not buying it. I am going to be looking at my phone so that I can go through everything, and I'm going to be popping it up here on the screen. I'm actually going to scoot over a little bit. Sometimes I forget to do this when I pop things up and then there's not like a lot of room for the thing. This is the first time that I have noticed that they've had a bunch of different foundations to choose from, so I was very intrigued right away in seeing that they had the Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation and the Shape Tape Matte Foundation. And then I realized that there's that little arrow. So I realized that not only were they just giving you these 2 foundations to choose from, but they also had the Water Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF, the Clay Stick Foundation, which I have and I do love, and the Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation, which is a powder. So right offhand I was like, oh, okay, they're offering some different, some more variety than I recall from the last couple of these. I still spent a lot of time reading up on this, even like not being sure that I was gonna buy it. Then the face option, they had 9 shades of the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. I already have a couple of these, and it is a good solid blush. Like, it's not my favorite because it's not super pigmented, but it's great for people who have like lighter, more porcelain skin like mine, fair skin, and also who don't want to do like a really bold blush. And then they also have the Hamptons Weekender Contour Palette. Already have this mini, love it. This blush is a little bit more pigmented than the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour. But I knew I already had that. But what was really interesting was that in this section they also offered the Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer, which is like a little stick, and the Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. And they also had the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Highlighter, which I already have 2 of their highlighting palettes, 2 of their contour highlight palettes, so I'm pretty sure I have those 3 highlights anyway. The Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, which I do have in the full size because I bought that annoying thing before I realized that the flashback is horrible. So like, don't bake under your eyes with the Smooth Operator Finishing Clay or Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder because it does have the worst flashback in photos. Then the Filtered Light Setting Powder and the Twinkle Stick Highlighter. So they had a pretty good variety of these, and I was really impressed with the fact that they had the little Hamptons contour palette. It's like a big variety, so you could definitely find something in here that you wanted, even if you didn't necessarily want a blush. So moving on to eyes, they had this Glam on the Go eyeshadow palette, just a cute little neutral, like brown gold, Lights, Camera, Lashes, Precision Longwear Liquid Liner. The Tardis Metallic Shadows, I have 3 of these shades. That's all you need to know about those. So I do love that product. The Arch Architect Brow Pencil and Gel, which is one of the few Tarte products I've not tried. The limited edition Clay Pot Waterproof Shadow Liner, easy for me to say. These came in sort of warm grays, the sugar plum shade, which was interesting, and a Clay Pot Waterproof Shadow Liner. For some reason, it was by itself. It looked to be like a light pink or lilac color, but that was weird because when you clicked on it to get more information, it just added it to the kit. So I wasn't really sure about that one. The Tardis Pro Cruelty Free Lashes, the limited edition Clay Pot Waterproof Shadow Liner. Again, this is a different option, but this particular one had the bright colors, so they offered the margarita lime green, a teal green that's not quite so neon, a red, a pink, 2 purples, a white. So this was really fun that they offered all of the different variation on that one. Lots of mascara options here. The limited edition Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, the Man Eater Mascara, the Gifted Mascara, the Picture Perfect Eyelash Curler, and Deluxe Lashes. Whew! The Lights Camera Flashes, which is bolder, I guess. The waterproof Lights Camera Lashes is not my favorite of the Tarte. I prefer the Man Eater, but they also have the limited edition Fairy Lights one that is just the pink packaging, in the Opening Act Lash Primer, and then the lipstick. Now this is like my least favorite Tarte product, is basically all of their lipsticks. The Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint is drying in some shades, and it doesn't last very long. It's, you know, it's better than some drugstore kinds, but it's definitely not in my top, you know, 5, 8. So I don't go out of my way to buy it. I'm usually disappointed in the ones that I have. The Lip Sculptor Lipstick, limited edition Color Splash Hydrating Lipstick. This, I have one of these and it just like disappears immediately practically. The Tardis Lipped Crayon, which I've not tried. The Glossy Lip Paint, which if y'all know me at all, you know that I'm not a big lip gloss person. The Color Splash Shade Shifting Lipstick, which sounded interesting. And then some more of the Quick Dry Matte lipsticks in some different colors. The Park Avenue Princess. And then for some reason they had a separate listing for some of the matte lipsticks in different colors. And then the Naughty Nudes one, which was all brown shades. And then finally the Tardis Festival Collection, the green Fairy Tale Mint, and the pink from, I think it is just called Festival actually. So the browns were like, okay, but this is another thing where it was weird, like they just didn't offer all of the colors. Instead they have these different you know, sections that's all the creamy matte lip paints. But they had a pretty good selection of, you know, some berry shades, a bright purple, a bright fuchsia. Then in another of the options, they had a lot of the nude shades. This listing seemed like it was a lot of the shades that were in BoxyCharm last year. A lot of those nudes I remember being options from BoxyCharm. The Glossy Lip Paint, a good variety of like lighter and darker ones. So even not being a lip fan, a Tarte lippy fan, I did appreciate that they had quite a bit to choose from, so something for everyone. And then the last section, you could choose from kind of random items. These seemed less related to each other than the others. The Brighter Days Highlighting Moisturizer. Looks like maybe a full size there. I think these are all full size products. The Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist, which is kind of like a primer mist and also a makeup reviver, but not a setting spray. The Blot Party On The Go Mattifier. The limited edition color correcting brush. The Colored Clay Liquid Foundation Brush, which was interesting because it says liquid foundation brush, but then when I was looking it up, it said that the clay foundation brushes are for the clay foundation, which made more sense, so I was a little bit confused on that. The double-ended shadow brush, and then the Hair Goals Dry Shampoo. I think it's funny that this is called limited edition because this has been around for years. And then the Clean Queen Vegan Deodorant. So yeah, a little something for everybody. You know, if you didn't want a brush. I remember one year you had to get a brush. So maybe they're listening to complaints that people have had and they're just adding different stuff so you can really choose. But it was nice to have an option where you didn't have to get a brush if you didn't want one. And then the bag. The marble bag is gorgeous. Of course, you know, I love marble stuff. Marble stuff is really big right now. Just a plain black bag. The pink tassel bag, which they've offered before. And the flamingo sequin bag, which they've also offered before because I know I've seen both of these on Poshmark. So all of that is $63 and free shipping. And I changed my mind a bunch. I did a bunch of research, I added stuff, I changed colors, I changed items, still not really being sure if I was going to purchase it or not. And I finally did decide to go ahead and get it because of the foundation. I have been wanting to actually get the Juvia's foundation, and I probably still will, but I'm looking for kind of a like liquid medium to full coverage foundation that I can wear daily. So that's part of why I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on this, because $40 for one of the Tarte foundations, I mean, that's more than half of the $63 right there. So for this, I did choose to get the water foundation, the 24-hour blush. I wasn't really in love with any of those particular options, but the limited edition Clay Pot waterproof liner in the margarita green. I've been wanting like a bright neon green liner, and I was thinking about getting Jeffree Star's Venus Flytrap liquid lipstick to use as a liner, which I may still do depending on how good this stuff is and how it works. But yeah, something about this summer has just made me feel like I wanted some lime green eyeliner, so I'm really excited to get that. Even though I really like some of Tarte's mascaras, I decided to go with the lash primer on this one just because this is something I don't have many of. I may not have any lash primers right now. I did choose the Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint because out of the options I felt like that was the best. And then this was kind of hard because it was so random, but I did end up going with the dry shampoo. So we'll have to see how that is. And of course, the marble bag. So the answer to did I buy it is yes, I did for the first time take the plunge and buy this. So I'm really excited to see what I think about the products, and I will definitely do an update when I get it, show you guys everything, and also let you know my thoughts about the items. So even though it's a great value, like it's still $63. So, you know, it has to be enough stuff that you really want to make it worth it. I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you got one of these Tarte bags, definitely leave me a comment and let me know what items you chose, or if you've gotten one in the past, let me know what you've thought of it. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.